you were talking about the press conference as well, Phil, and Triple H got confronted about black representation on the cards. Of course, it's been a little since we've had the black singles male wrestler getting a win on a WWE PLE. And Triple H said, I don't see color, I just see talent. And it's been a mixed bag to those comments, to say the least. Jason, what do you think about Triple H's response to that question?
I think it's a very bland response. Honestly, you don't have a lot of representation on the card right now, on the main card. That being said, you have to work with what you got. You're going to see the push. You're going to see the him push here. They're already pushing him a little bit, just not enough. But I think that's obviously the next big push right there. The loss of Lashley was huge, but he wasn't even being used right towards the end, so it didn't really matter. He was mid card at that point. They just didn't want to use him for some reason or another. That's just kind of my take on it.
Stu, what did you think of that comment?
Jason's right. There isn't a lot of representation on the roster, quite honestly. Now, again, yeah, you work with what you got, but you've got some guys in NXT. I mean, I'm glad Trick Williams has the NXT title, but it might be time to bring him up. It might be, there are some talents down in NXT that you could remedy that by calling them up a little bit. Now, maybe too soon. I mean, and again, you got to work with what you got. So, I do think that the record will get louder for that as time goes on until they find their next Bobby Lashley or whatever. And yeah, Bobby Lashley was horribly misused on the main roster. I mean, there is no reason why he shouldn't still be there and, contending with Gunther at least.
Yeah. And when you look down on who's on the main rosters right now that are black, it's a very thin group. You've got the Street Profits, you've got the New Day, Apollo Crews, and Carmelo Anthony. That's it right now. So there's not a lot to go with when you're trying to, if you're trying to get male wrestlers on the card. Now, but at Bad Blood last night, I don't think you can discount that, you had Naomi and the women's tag team champions, Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair showing up. You had the Arkansas Pine Bluff band. You had rappers. I mean, it's not like they're ignoring black people on this, but it is an interesting quandary, Phil, that they've got to deal with. And, people are starting to take notice. And apparently WWE said, yeah, we're going to start keeping track of this a little bit better now. But, did you have a problem with what Triple H said, though?
I just think, like you said, it was sort of bland. And it was, in one respect, I'm glad he was prepared for the question, which also means he's probably thinking about it, which does lead to the fact that there is talent developing in NXT for the future of what they're maybe looking at doing. So I feel like it's in the thought process, at least. I'm hoping. I'm not going to lie. There was a reflection that somebody made to me a while ago about looking at how they were segmenting some of their stables by race.
Yeah.
And it was like, wait a minute, where are we going here with this? That it felt a little too segmented in that respect. And it's not the 80s anymore. And so I'm hopeful that maybe this is there will be a turnaround for something different. I'm a little worried. But he didn't really focus on changing things for the future and looking at the future, keeping an eye out in the future. And I think I understand why, from a storyline, this is wrestling perspective, but on the business side, like, you can't ignore representation.
Yeah, it's a tough spot. And, a lot of guys got hot and, some people got left behind, but I think Carmelo's going to get a push here soon, and we're going to see Woods breaking away from the New Day. So we'll see how that turns out. But just thought I'd throw that one out there. We forgot some other stuff. Hi, pro wrestling fans. Mark Hoke here. I'd really appreciate it if you would take a moment to join the Mark Hoke Show family, and please click on the subscribe button below. Also, please stick around and check out the incredible sponsor of this video. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again on the Mark Hoke Show YouTube channel.
Hey there, adventure seeker. Ready to unlock incredible hotel deals? Get a free membership and save up to 50%. Stay grand. Spend less. The simplest site, the best unpublished hotel deals. TheTravelShark.com.